Hello everyone, just wanted to give you a quick idea of where you can find things on our D2L classroom. First of all, you're going to have to go to scudsby.elearningontario.ca/D2L/home, and that should bring you to all of your classes where you can see the list of everything that you're signed up for this semester. And then you're going to click on our class and you're going to come to our page here. Another way to find it would be to go to the waffle once you get to the D2L home, and then you can look for whatever course it is that you should be taking. And we are the SNC 1P1. SNC 1P1. All right. So once you get into our classroom, you're going to see you've got this top bar up here. And this top bar is basically the main place for everything that you're going to need. This page right here is called Course Home. It gives you our daily schedule here at the banner. And then you're going to see news displayed here. Let me give you an example of what the news could look like. So here's from my last class. So here we might post things like what the week is going to look like at a glance if we happen to be out of class. So you know exactly what to do. You'll know which topics we're looking at in your booklet, and you'll know what the homework is going to be. So that type of stuff could be announced here. You might also see information about tests that could be posted there and all sorts of things like that. So always make sure you're checking the course news to see what's next. You can also create your own to-do list down here. You're the only one that would be able to see that. You just click on it and you're able to add stuff in. So if you want to keep track of whether you've completed homework assignments or whatever, you can type in your own to-do list there. And then the activity feed is more like an ongoing chat that we can have as a class. So if you've got a question that you think other people might have the answer to, or I might have the answer to, but you think other people might have the same question, come into the activity feed and post it here, and then I can answer it once for everybody. I've got another place for that as well. On the top bar here, if you go to the frequently asked questions section, it'll open up this file right here, which has been shared to you. And all you have to do is type in your question. Please make sure you put your name so I know who I'm talking to, and then I'll get that answer back to you. And if that doesn't answer your question, then you can always ask again, and I can try to figure out a better answer for you. But if you do have a frequently asked question, something you think a lot of people are probably wondering about, this is the place to go to find that answer because maybe somebody else has already asked it. So back to the main bar here, you've got your course home, which is this page here. You'll always open up here. Frequently asked questions are available. You've got the Google Meet. You can click here, or you can click this big button down on the right-hand side here to join our class. This will take you to the Google Meet, and you can click Join Now. You might need to sometimes wait for me to admit you, but just wait until we're done, and then we can see who's online, and we can get our meeting started. Please notice that we meet every morning at 8 a.m. as long as we're in our class. So 8 a.m., we will meet for attendance. I'll give you some instructions. While we're still out of class, that means that you're going to go and start copying the notes that you're going to need for the day, and then I'll teach at 8:30 and 10:45. There will be a break in here for some kind of a lunchtime in there. Well, early morning lunch. Please understand that when we get back to being fully in class, we will no longer have this 8:30 lesson. All lessons will start at 8 o'clock. So we would have a lesson at 8 and we'd have a lesson at 10:45. Then from 12:45 till 2 p.m., that's your normal study hall that you guys had when we were still in class. And that's where you can have homework getting done, and you can have extra help, and you can email me if you have questions. We can always pop on to the Google Meet and I can answer questions there. Okay, so frequently asked questions, Google Meet. See you at 8 a.m. every morning. Please don't be late. Attendance will be taken, and you want to be on time. Then the next major thing on our list up here is content. Content takes you to our course. So let's say, for example, we're in the ecology unit, and you want to know what we're up to for that particular day. Well, I'll have a schedule listed for you. So you'll have a day 1 schedule, day 2 schedule for the week at a glance, but it's very detailed. We meet at this time. You're going to do this in between 8 and 8:30. 8:30, we have our lesson, and then you do the work that's assigned and so on and so forth. This isn't the only place where we have all our information. If you go to the note booklets and you go to the ecology booklet here that's blank, this is where you can go if you need to print your own copy of things. So you'll see here that on the front page of every booklet that I'm going to give you, you're going to have the very detailed information there. Okay? I'll zoom in a little bit for you. So you'll see that you'll have this day's worth of work right here. Now please notice that you have alternating colors. Every time you alternate, it means a different day. So topics 1 and 2 will be covered on day 1, which would be Thursday for us, and then topics 3 to 5 will be done on day 2. 6 and 7 is a single day. 8 and 9 is the 4th day, and then you'll have ecology test in the morning, or the first block of the last day there, okay? Built into this booklet are the notes that you're going to need to fill in the blanks for, which would be the first few pages on this particular one, and then also some homework that's built into the booklets. So when you're looking at the schedule and you see something like this where it says page 2 to 5, these are referring to booklets. When you see things like this where it says to read, this is referring to the textbook. So these are textbook pages, and then when we're doing assignments, these are booklet pages here. So booklet page 6, booklet page 12, but all of these references over here are all the booklet pages, okay? So I'm giving you the entire unit all in one booklet. Now, if you are home and you're not able to copy the note in class, then you're going to be taking a look at this handout right here on the left, the filled in just the notes booklet. So this will give you everything that you need to fill in the blanks. I've already written all the notes out for you, so you just have to copy them into your copy. If that's not possible, you may just want to save this file until you can get it to school, and then I'll have a printed blank copy for every person. Okay, so you'll have the note booklets there that you're going to need. And you'll see that there are some video lessons here. I will be teaching the lesson live every day, but if you happen to miss it, let's say you're sick and in bed and you weren't able to make it to the meet, or you had a doctor's appointment or something, you weren't able to make it, then you're able to come here and just click on this link here, and you can follow along with a very similar version of the lesson that you would have gotten if you were live. Then you've also got the textbook files that you're going to need for doing your homework, and you can just click on the pages that match what you're doing. There will be a few different labs and gizmos. Gizmos is an online program that you're going to need to do. You're going to have to go to explorelearning.com, and then you're going to use this class code right here. So I'm just going to copy it right now and paste it, and I'll show you how to make an account. I'm going to go here, see where this little person is. You click log and enroll. Now I've already got an account, but if I was to put the class code in here, I could enroll in a class. And then I have two options. If I already have a Gizmo account, I just log in. But if I don't, then I can now register. Please make sure you have your full first and last name, because it creates a class list for me. Don't shorten anything. Make sure it's literally full first and last name. And then the email address is not required. It doesn't matter. Your username and password, I suggest you use your school username and password, but really it can be anything that you want, anything that you're going to remember. Just keep in mind that I can see it. So if you ever forget your username or your password, you can just write me and I'll send it to you. Okay, sign yourself into an account. Once you get yourself logged in and you're able to get into the account, you never have to use the class code ever again. Now you just have to log in. You're going to come to your home page. You'll see your classes listed there. Under the grade 9 science, you'll see that there are these food chains. Now, as a teacher, I can see more than you can see. You'll just see these guys listed here. So let's say we go into click on food chain. We can click on the launch. Launch will start the program. And then you're just going to read through the booklet itself. I'll show you where the booklet is in a second. And it'll tell you what to change with these different numbers. And it'll tell you which tab over here to click on and all that. And then once you're done the booklet and you're satisfied with your answers in the booklet, then scroll down. See how there's these questions down here? There are 5 gizmo questions, 5 quiz questions for every single gizmo. You click check your answers and it'll tell you whether you're right or wrong. Those little quizzes count for marks, so please make sure that you are doing them correctly, that you're doing a good job on those. So that's why it's important to get the booklet done, all the homework done first before you try the quiz. That way you'll do your best. So where do you find the little booklet if you're still at home? Well, if you're still at home and you haven't been able to pick up any resources, you're going to come here to the Gizmo handouts and links, and then you're going to click the Gizmo booklet right here. And that will show you exactly what you need to be doing. If you're able to print, great. If not, you'll have a printed copy waiting for you here at school. So it's up to you whether you just write your answers on a separate piece of paper or whether you print. I don't know what your resources are like at home. All right, so that's a very brief introduction to how to get around the content section, which is where you'll be spending most of your time. There are a few other places that are going to be important. Our quizzes will be mostly online. So you'll need to know, you have to go to quizzes, and then you'll have to check for the name of the quiz and just start the quiz. It's not that hard. Same thing with discussions and the Dropbox. The Dropbox is where we might have assignments. So for example, let's say I wanted you to submit your food web for the first assignment. You'd go and click on here, and then you would just upload it. All right. And that's about it. That's all you guys really need to know about our online classroom. If you have any questions, you're welcome to email me and contact me. Oh, I should say one more thing. There is this little notes up here. This is where you're going to get any D2L emails. So if it doesn't go to your school account, you might find emails sitting here. If you see a little orange looking dot, it means you've got messages. You can also see notifications as well. You'll get alerts when the teacher updates certain things. These are the same for all of your classes. So you just need to make sure that you're contacting the right teacher when you're emailing. All right? And that is the end of that little quick tutorial. Looking forward to seeing you guys in person.